Hi, everyone. Welcome to my podcast, Marketing Me, a series created to help you build your personal brand for every scenario. I'm your host, Annette Yang, co-director of content for Marketing Society. Now, a disclaimer, I am no expert on personal branding, but I do have a few pieces of advice that I know can help you out. If you're a college student like me, you know that you can't avoid the topic of job hunting, networking, how to stand out within a crowd, and dealing with imposter syndrome. It's tough, and we all struggle with certain aspects of preparing ourselves for the professional world. And based on my experience, I've had people come to me asking for advice, and I've had various discussions on topics such as how we can set ourselves up for success in an interview, a meeting, or how can we sell ourselves as a brand in a short period of 30 seconds. Well, it all comes down to the topic of professional personal branding, and today I'll be giving you all some insight and some exercises that can help you build you. The key to personal branding is introspection. Let me ask you this. Do you get an existential crisis when someone asks you a question along the lines of, "Who are you? Tell me a fun fact about yourself. Describe your personality." If you struggle with these types of questions, you may gain something from practicing this short exercise that can give you an idea of how you could potentially respond to questions such as these. First of all, I want you to think of some of the most difficult challenges you have faced in your lifetime. This can involve anything from struggling to make the right decision, balance different aspects of your life, manage relationships, and then I want you to think about what you did in that situation to overcome those obstacles. Now, the good thing about me asking you this question right now is that I'm not judging you for how you frame your answer, whether you showed an adequate amount of leadership, and your response doesn't have to necessarily be appropriate or professional. When you introspect on how you react, think, and grow from certain situations, especially those that push you out of your comfort zone, you can gain a much better understanding of yourself. I believe that this is important to do even if you do already have a strong sense of personal brand, because life moves on and it's always changing. So people always have something new that they can reflect upon and learn from introspecting. The next thing I want to focus on is setting your niche. Setting your niche is very important, especially in a job market, because you're competing against a lot of different people from unique backgrounds, and you need to stand out. Setting your niche can help companies identify if you are a good fit for them and also help you see what career is a good fit for you. Setting your niche can be pretty widely encompassing and broad because you can have a niche in anything. A niche is basically a fancy word for your focus or target. This can involve something you're good at, such as problem resolution, or it can involve a goal you have, like mentoring high school students from underprivileged communities. It can also just be a field you're interested in, such as product design. It's very important to know your niche because that is what's going to set you apart and make you memorable. It's what people are going to associate with you when they're hiring or when they're looking for someone in their network with a specific skill. You may already know your niche because you have a clear understanding of your talents, interests, and goals, or you may not know exactly what your niche is. If you're having some trouble figuring this out, I would suggest that you ask your close friends, family, or even professors some adjectives they can associate you with, or what they think sets you apart from the general crowd. Gaining this outside perspective can help you see yourself in a different way and gather some more insight into what your niche may look like. My last advice is researching a lot. Researching is one of the best ways you can go about building your personal brand. There are a lot of methods for which you can go about researching, but I find that speaking to different new people is one of the best ways to research. When you reach out and connect with people, firstly, you get practice introducing yourself, showcasing your personality, skills, and interests. It's your personal brand. Secondly, you gain an understanding of others' personal brands, which can be a form of inspiration or insight. If you have a dream job to work as a PM for Google and you speak to someone or connect with someone online who has that job, let me add to that. They actually graduated from the same school with the same major as you. Seeing how they amassed their experiences and built their personal brand from a similar background as you can be extremely helpful. That's just one example, but you could also reach out to an upperclassman at school for a coffee chat and ask them for advice on an aspect of personal branding, or ask them how they built their personal brand. I think that people often fail to grasp the value of really speaking to people. And in such an interconnected world like modern day, it's so easy to reach out to a friend of a friend or a club e-board member and learn from speaking to these different people and open your mind to their diverse perspectives. Nowadays, with so many resources, there's really no excuse to not reach out to someone and learn something new or expand your network. Building your personal brand is successful because it allows you to be more organized and intentional in the way you exert yourself in the professional world. Having a personal brand is a necessity when it comes to building your network, getting that job you want, and just gaining experiences that align with your field of interest. Hopefully, today's episode gave you some ideas to solidify your personal brand or some thoughts about how you can further advance your personal brand. I hope to see you on my next episode where I'll be discussing personal branding and other aspects of life. But that was episode 1 of Marketing Me. Once again, I'm your host, Annette Yang, and I wish you all the best luck in your professional endeavors.